Good morning, good afternoon and good evening, and welcome to our You'll Never Walk Alone WhatsApp group and YouTube channel. Can you please hit the like and subscribe button, because loads of people watch the videos but they don't subscribe and you'll miss the next content. Thank you. Okay, Australia 1, Denmark 0. Not going to lie, it's a shock result, I think. But Australians, let us all rejoice, because we are into the last 16. So you can't hate on that. Alright, full disclosure, I watched up to about 62 minutes and I fell asleep. It was like at 3:30 in the fucking morning. I had to get up for work. I took sleeping fucking tablets last night as well, because I knew I didn't want to stay up for this fucking match, but I must have pushed through it and watched the first 62 minutes. So I got to the goal. And then I went to sleep because I thought to myself, I just can't do this any longer. And then I woke up this morning and watched the rest of it. But obviously I knew the result because of the WhatsApp group was just bombarding us with text messages. So, yeah, look, I don't know what to say. It's a fucking phenomenal result for Australia. Look, Denmark were really good, right? They have better players, they probably played the better football, and they huffed and puffed, right? But here's where they played into us. So that was all Denmark. So let's go into Australia and how they did it, right? First of all, they have a really good goalkeeper, Matty Ryan. Secondly, they're organised. Thirdly, they're fitter than most of the teams at the World Cup, and they can deal with the heat better than most. And lastly, they're together. And when they get opportunities, and they get very few, they get on target or they get into the goal. They don't waste them. And we had 3 or 4 opportunities at most, and we hit the target every time, and then we scored with the other one. So, also, I thought Denmark were very silly. They slowed the game down every time. I know that's the way they play, but that was stupid, because Australia just had chances to regroup and sit in front of them. So, yeah, Denmark played a stupid game. Also, let's be real. How many world-class saves did Matty Ryan have to make? He had one really good one in the first half. But let's be real. Denmark couldn't hit a fucking barn door if they were standing in front of it. And that's why they're going home. They weren't clinical. They had all the play. How many times have we seen that in the fucking Premier League? You've all the play, you've 90% possession, but you don't do fucking anything with it. That doesn't win the game. The objective of football is always to put the ball in the back of the net, and Denmark didn't, so they don't deserve to go. I don't give a fuck how much Australia hung on. They're the team that were, the favourites, and when you're the favourite, you've got to show your dominance. Now, they did show the dominance as far as possession football goes. They were very dominant in that regard. But to be honest, Australia had the better chances, and we took one of them. And it was a good goal. It wasn't like a fucking jammy off a corner that was flicked on, or an offside goal, or any of that shite. Every single goal in this World Cup that has been scored by Australia has been a really, really good goal. Now, I know there's a few people on our group that are threatening to buy us cars and houses that they're so confident with an Argentina win. Look, I haven't watched the Argentina-Poland game yet. I know Argentina won 2-0. I know Messi missed a penalty. I know how good Argentina are. I don't need to watch this game, but I am going to watch it. But I know how good Argentina are, and they're going to play a lot faster than Denmark did. And the Aussies are going to have to play the game of their fucking lives to hold on. But here's something that you maybe didn't consider. Australia are one of the best defensive teams going. And Argentina make hard fucking work of every game they play in. So it's not out of the realms of possibility for Argentina not to be able to score against Australia in 90 minutes and this to go to fucking penalties. And then it could be anyone's game. So, is that the easiest way for Australia to win? No, but I'm not holding out hope, but I haven't held out hope for any of these games. I didn't even cover Australia at the start. But to say I'm not a proud Aussie is bullshit. I've lived here 18 years. I love this country. And I'm Irish, obviously, and I follow the Irish rugby team and the Irish soccer team and all the rest of it. But when my country's not here, of course I'm going to support Australia. My wife's Australian. All my kids are Australian. And all my family live here. And their kids are... My nephews and nieces are all Australian. So, of course, I'm going to support us once... It would have supported them regardless, but... Yeah, I didn't expect them to get this far. To get into the last 16 of a World Cup is a huge achievement. Massive. And if they are to go one better than the team of 2006 and get into the quarterfinals... Remember, they can't meet France again because they had them in the group. So... You never know. Am I getting a little bit ahead of myself? Probably. But you know what? Today's a good day. So you're allowed to get ahead of yourself when you've just come off a win and got into the last 16 of the World Cup. There's a lot of players on a lot more money in a lot more prestigious clubs that are getting, like Christian Eriksen, who are dragging their sorry ass back to Manchester this morning. And we're not. We're still there. Obviously, the Aussies are going to get really behind this now. They have a team that they can love. They have players who are honest. And they have some really... That Lecky guy is some player. And he's delivered every game so far. And that's the difference in World Cups. It's not about the stars. It's about the cunts who show up. And Australia showed up. Now, were Denmark all over them? Yes. Did Denmark have most of the ball? Yes. But did Denmark score? No. And that's why they're going fucking home. So for all yous who want to shit on Australia, fuck yous. Unless your country's in the last 16, don't even bother writing on my fucking group. Alright, I shall speak to you soon. Okay, player ratings time for Australia versus Denmark. Obviously, they're going to be marked high. This is a momentous occasion for Australian soccer. Just to give you an example, this is the second time I think they've got to the last 16 in a World Cup. And the last time they had Kuhl, Viduka, Schwarzer, they had players like Tim Cahill. We had players that people recognised out of the Premier League. Golden generation, they called them, and they were. Right, John Aloisi, like they were just Australian icons, soccer icons in certain, and were well known in the European leagues. This team not so much, so it makes it a little bit more special. So anyway, we'll kick it off. Matty Ryan in goal 9, captain fantastic. Look, his save in the first half, his commanding of the box, his commanding of the defence. You know, he's got good, hard-working boys in front of him, but the screaming and the carry-on is what's keeping us tight at the back. So he's getting a 9. He is come in at right back and is getting an 8 out of 10. I thought they targeted that wing in the first half. It took him a couple of minutes to get into it, but Jesus Christ, he held it together after that. Harry Souther, he's getting another 8. Another towering performance from him. He is just the man for the moment. If there's a scramble in the box, it's his body who's getting in the way of it. From 5 yards, the man is lethal to stop a ball going in. Rowles next to him gets an 8, and Belic 7. We go into midfield. Aaron Moy 8. Look, first 20 minutes, Aaron Moy lost Eriksen. He couldn't get to grips with midfield. The ball would not come out because we couldn't get a hold of it. But after 20 minutes, I thought he really quietened them down. We got our foot on the ball a little bit, like 25 minutes into the first half. And we had like 15 to 20 minutes in the game where we were pretty okay. But listen, this team can defend, it can sit deep, it can hold, and then when it goes forward with purpose, and we create chances. And if you create enough of them, you will get a goal. Irvine's getting an 8 next to him. McCree, he's getting an 8. And Matthew Leckie is my man of the match, and he's getting a fucking 10. And he's getting a 10 for this game and for all the other performances he's put in this World Cup. He runs himself to a point where he can't even fucking breathe. And he nearly collapses coming off the field. When you say leave it all on the field, he leaves it all on the field. And Aussies love that shit. We always box above our weight in every competition. It's a small country. It's a big, huge country with a small enough population. When you look at the size of us, we're the same size as North America, with not even a tenth of their population. So we don't have them stars. This team isn't about stars. It's more the collective. Duke, look, this wasn't one of his better games. He was better in the last game, but he's still getting a 7. Goodwin, 6. He did okay. But Bacchus came on at half time and he's getting an 8. I thought he was excellent. And look, Arnold, the coach, Graham Arnold, never got to a World Cup as a player, has just taken Australia, the first Australian-born coach to take any team to a World Cup and now to the last 16. Can we do the impossible and knock Messi and Argentina out of the World Cup? The smart money says no. But they were meant to get trashed in every game. And they haven't. They've picked up 6 fucking points. 6 points. So, yeah. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying it's not impossible. And it's certainly not as impossible as people will try and make out. It can be done. It's going to take the game of their lives. But when you're in the last 16 of the fucking World Cup, now's the time to produce the game of your life. And look, we're not going to give up, and we're not going to roll over and let Argentina fucking hammer us. We shouldn't give them any respect. Tear fucking into them, because that's Argentina have made hard work of every game they've played so far. So it is possible. Very small chance, but possible. But look, we're in the last 16. To be mentioned in the last 16 of a World Cup from a country like Australia in soccer is amazing. And congratulations to the Australian football team and to Graham Arnold. He's getting a 10 out of 10. You can't shit on that. Like, an amazing result. Amazing accomplishment. Anyway, hit the like and subscribe button. I will be doing the next round of games. And yeah, all to play for. Thanks for watching.